Ron. That's what it was.
All your security.
Security. You lost security. Logged in, logged out. And then someone on the line. Yeah, up here. How many people are watching these things up?
Okay.
All right, guys. We have. We're gonna wait for some people to show up. It's a wild Saturday night, so we'll see if anybody shows up.
Very wild Saturday night.
Yes, but we have Charlton66 here. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Live from his place. We were going to do this on his channel, but we have some Google issues. So go sub Charlton66. What's up?
Hey,
Frost is here. What's that? What up, bro?
What's going on?
Dr. Silver Age.
Hey, what's going on?
They saw the Facebook post I made.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Well, this is awesome. We're coast to coast now with these two.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
All right. So Charlton66 is here. He's already got some great stuff there. Yeah. Scott Connor's here. All right. There we go. That's from my neck of the woods there. Look at the sexy men right here. That's why
that's us.
That's why they show up. That's right.
That's
right.
us.
Yeah. So we went to Baltimore Comic-Con. We're going back tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. On my Twitter and on my Facebook, I put up a whole bunch of pictures and stuff all through the day. But this man has got the connections and stuff, man.
Yeah,
so,
it was a good show. It started out really good. Went there Friday, camped out, checked out some few things, walked around, got a lay of the land, so to speak, and waiting for Tim to get there. And got there last night. So we had a good night last night and went to the show today. And phenomenal time. Bob Hall.
Yep. Yeah.
Great time with Bob Hall.
Now, what's cool about going to these things is that if you get the artist or somebody talking and the company kind of pissed them off or did something, you'll get some dirt. And we got dirt like first thing at what time? 9:40.
Yeah.
9:40 in the morning. Yeah. We got dirt. We found out how Shadow Man from the 90 of Valiant's title was supposed to end. I couldn't believe what we were hearing. We were like getting the real dirt. Shadow Man was a character in the 90s at Valiant who the whole hook on him is that in 1993, he found out that he was going to die in 1999. He knew when he was going to die. And the series ended before it made it to 1999. Now, the whole thing about that is it kind of made Shadow Man do some crazy shit because he knew he was supposed to die for 6 more years. So this guy was like jumping off buildings and stuff saying, I'm not supposed to die until 1999. And we found out how the series was going to end. When it got to 1999, we found out what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. This is something that people who were in the Shadow Man back in the day have been wondering for decades, and now we know.
We do know.
And
absolutely.
I don't know. Do we tell them?
We should tell them. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Apparently, when he was going to jump off a building to off himself again, Master Dark, or actually Sandra Dark and Master Dark were in 2 parts of the building. And they're going to create a time vortex, and he can drop through this portal into a different time period, which in the series can be carried onward, obviously in different time periods. So that's how the Shadow Man series was going to end.
Yeah. This is the heavy duty stuff. And then what else did we find out today, man? I'm so freaking tired and one blank, but there was something else we talked about.
Michael Zeck, yes.
Yeah. So I got this print of the greatest comic book cover ever made from Secret Wars number 10. Mike Zeck signed this. I bought the print and signed this. And I asked him if there was a story behind this cover. And it was fantastic. He said that the book was actually so late that he didn't really get the plot, but he already figured out that Secret Wars was a Doctor Doom story and that it was leading up to Doom versus Beyonder, which is that if you know who the Beyonder is, it's Doom versus God. So he just drew a cover of, this is what he came up with. So it's just fantastic. So getting all this dirt from these artists and stuff was fantastic.
Yeah, and by Bob Hall commission I got a Shadow Man, which I was pretty happy with, and he was happy to do it. And apparently, speaking with Bob Hall, Baltimore was his first show, and apparently his best show. So he's going to be continuing, according to him, keep coming back to Baltimore.
Yeah, and Bob Hall confirmed a lot of stuff like I'd heard over the years or read about him over the years. He's a playwright, stage director. He travels. He's lived in Spain, Ireland, and England. And he's had ties to Leighton and McLean comics, of course, and all kinds of stuff. We got a lot of the going behinds between Valiant going out of business and what was it like? He said, was it like about a year ago? They returned 60 pages
of his artwork from Armed and Dangerous that he had done for Acclaim. They were going under, and they were going to pay Bob Hall to do 4 or 5 issues. They'll pay him for it, knowing it's not going to get published.
Yeah.
And they kept the artwork, but the guy from IDW, Goldstein, I think is his name, had found the pages and he found them and then returned them to Bob Hall finally. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. And then one of the other things, if there's anybody out there that goes way back on YouTube, like we're talking 2010 to like 2013, 14 and stuff, ran into one of the OG comic book YouTubers named Comic Uno, right? You can go check out her channel. She still, has her channel up and stuff like that. But she had a table in Artist Alley. She's putting out 2 books, and she looks exactly the same. Comic Uno, if you're watching, there's a picture of us on Twitter meeting. It was really cool. I mean, we were just walking through the aisle, and I went, wait a damn minute.
Yeah, look, there's a YouTuber.
Yeah. So I went up to introduce myself, and she already said she knew who I was, and it was really cool. Steve took our picture and stuff like that, and it was like 2 old friends meeting there for a minute, just from watching each other on YouTube. So it was really cool to see one of those older YouTubers. But I swear, I think she's part vampire. She hasn't aged a day in 8 years. I'm like nothing. She looks exactly the same. It was really cool. So I went ahead and I bought one of her books called The Dancer, and she had another one like Father Like Daughter, or Like Daughter Like Father,
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But she's apparently, I think she's publishing them herself. So that was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, and Paulo, if you're watching later on, I don't know if you're going to come on yet or not, but if you want to watch later on, I did mention to Bob Hall that the fan in Portugal speaking highly of his work, and he was very happy, and he wanted to go to France. He said, talk to a guy named Pepe something, and he said he wanted to go back, not to France, I'm sorry, back to Spain. He wanted to go back to Spain. So I did tell him, Paulo, that a fan in Portugal speaking highly of his work.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And then, I talked to Peter Craig Russell for a little bit. Great guy. He gave me some background. Apparently, over the years with Neil Gaiman, he's only had like one actual conversation with him, I guess over the phone or something. And it was for a book called, it was an adaptation of a short story Neil Gaiman did called One Life, provided by Michael Moorcock. And Topps Comics in the 90s had Pete Craig Russell adapt that story from Neil Gaiman had the short story published in a few books, not comics, actual books. But anyway, he said that it turns out that story is autobiographical of Neil Gaiman when he was 12. Apparently, Neil Gaiman really did have some guys pull his tie so tight that he passed out. And when he was trying to come to, he looked down the sidewalk and the elder Mellibone, it was looking at him, telling him like, "Get up, boy." And there's some pictures of Michael Moorcock within the comic book with the adaptation. And Neil Gaiman actually sent those to Pete Craig Russell. I mean, there's just cool stuff like that throughout the day.
Very cool.
See what else? There's something else. Oh man, there's something else I was going to bring up. We've been up since 5:30. Steve since 6:20. That's all I'm saying.
I got a little late there getting out of the house.
It was funny.
But the show itself, we got a lot of good deals. One thing that we noticed was a lot of people charging for signatures now, more so than last year.
Comic Book Steve too. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Comic Book Steve, welcome. Who else we got on here? Not here. Of course, we got Dr. Silver Age again. But charging for signatures.
Oh my God!
It's like $10. It's like the going rate on some of these guys, and I don't know what's going on with that. I can't figure it out. And another thing is they want more. The artists seem to want more for doing sketch covers than a regular commission. Meaning, like a full figure, like this would be say $100, but this is not really Bob Hall was doing this, but other artists would. This would be like say $100, and then a sketch cover would be double that, which I don't understand the rationale behind that. Maybe some of you guys can enlighten me why they're charging more for sketch covers. I don't know.
Yeah, and the other thing was that like the autographs you were talking about, it's really gotten outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not just talking like give them $10 and let them sign something. I walked away from Simon Bisley's table because you hand the money in the book to a handler. The handler,
what's up, Tat?
I'm right. The handler hands the book to the artist. The artist didn't really look up. You know, I saw this 2-3 tables. They sign it, hand it back to the handler hands it to you. And I'm like, $10? No way.
Yeah.
Not doing that. So yeah, there's some weird prices going on and stuff, and a lot of people were complaining about it. What was a big plus was the cosplay and the costume contest. That's what I was trying to remember.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I put the pictures up on Facebook. I'll be putting stuff on Instagram and Twitter up eventually here. But right in the, probably like about 10-15 minutes into the costume contest of all the cosplayers, this couple went up. One was Poison Ivy, one was Two-Face. They got introduced. They walk up to the front of the stage to do whatever, and all of a sudden, the guy playing Two-Face drops to his knee, and he proposes to Poison Ivy right in front of her.
That was pretty cool.
And the place went nuts.
Yeah.
And they're off to the side. She's trying to hug him and not cry, mess up her makeup, and she's just all happy, and everybody was running up, taking pictures of and stuff. It was a cool moment.
Yeah.
It was a cool moment.
They might get the sympathetic win.
Yeah.
They might get the winning because of the sympathetic issue of it,
And then Mayor Jeff Johns has a YouTube channel. Mayor Jeff Johns there, he commented on the picture that I put on Facebook, and he was like, well, this is going to be a confusing wedding. Is she marrying Two-Face or Harvey Dent? This is going to be a mess. And I was like, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
The double stuff here. Oh, what we got here? Craig Russell is the man. Edward 2962. You remember Comic Uno? She was cool. She was very cool. They'll probably charge more for sketch covers because it's easy for people to flip those on eBay.
This is true.
eBay and CGC.
Yeah.
eBay and
CGC.
CGC.
Yeah, CGC is a bane of my existence, really. Yeah. But we won't get into that right now.
Yeah, Parker. Hey, Parker Rizzo's out there. What's going on, buddy? I'll pay for Ramita Senior autograph, or if you have somebody like that. Any Cyber Frog outfits? Nope. And let's just get it out of the way.
Hey, Mind the Comics. What's up?
What's up? Hey, Parker, I'll just get this out of the way. There was like zero Comic Gate talk. Mark Wade was there, Dan Slott, a whole bunch of people. They actually moved Mark Wade from where he was last year to the other side of the convention, and I didn't see a crowd with him.
No, not for Wade.
But Jim Starlin and Dan Slott were sort of, their booths were together, and they had huge lines. It was the Simonsons, Dan Slott and Jim Starlin had the longest lines.
Yeah.
And there's people there like Snyder and King and all these people. And
Jenny Frizen was there, and there's hardly any line for her,
Yeah.
which I was very surprised.
Yeah.
No one was there for Jenny Frizen. I mean, she had people coming, don't get me wrong, she had people coming to her booth, but as popular as she is, there wasn't a lot of people there. So
is it July 4th out here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing out there.
We have fireworks.
Crazy. Somebody's doing something crazy out there.
Fireworks in September. All right. Any Cyber Frog outfits? No, I think he was joking too. So yeah. But yeah, stuff like that. It was a really, really good con. We had 10 minutes of me having restrained panic when I lost my wallet.
Yeah.
I was an idiot. I did pretty much paying for some comics. I left my wallet, I guess, at a table. I was retracing my steps, and I was sitting there. Well, I still think it's funny that I was sitting there remembering like everybody that bumped me.
Bumped into
I was convinced somebody picked my pocket, and I was going to stand by that story. And I started remembering everybody that picked my pocket. So I was like,
Scott Connor asked, you lost your wallet again? Like that's an ongoing thing with you?
That last time it was actually stolen.
Oh, okay.
That's what I told you, where they called me up. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. They actually called me up and they caught the guy and kept all the wallets. All I want to know is if you pay $50 to sit in the Back to the Future DeLorean. Oh, no.
$50 for comics, man. That's what the $50 would go to. Comic books or a commission.
Okay. And now there was maybe they're in here. There was a wild thing today that we were talking about on the way back. We would talk about certain comics or something, and then it was really wild because towards the end of the day, we would kind of stick our hand in a box or something, and the comic book would appear. Am I wrong?
Right, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So I'm going to give you an example of one of those because we'll end up doing that. Yeah, okay. So there's a comic from the 80s, right? and it's a forgotten miniseries, but the people who were there at the 80s and heard about it, it's infamous. You know what I'm going?
Yeah, I do.
Right. So it's infamous because one of the characters is a shapeshifter, and they end up on this alien planet where there's like a raptor-like dinosaur, and the shapeshifter shapeshifts into the dinosaur and mates with it, so it'll get pregnant. And that's the only reason anybody really ever like kept this series in their collection stuff. Well, the very issue popped up. Like, what was it, the third box I went through?
Yes.
Yeah, right there it is. This is the infamous issue where this shapeshifter
Hey, Vincenzo
sleeps with this dinosaur. You know, and this is by Doug Munch. You know, so it was really odd to have like, what, 3 or 4 books like that pop up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we would be talking comics or something and mention something, and then like 2 hours later we would find it just randomly going through boxes. So there was a Kismet, there was a synchronicity, there was magic.
Yeah, Scott Connor, I've witnessed that. I've seen him do that. He says he pulls out a stack of comic books and says, I'm going to narrow this one down. And it goes to about 5 of them.
But the last booth we're up, that Karma finally hit, they had, you buy 20 books for 20 bucks. 20 free. And I couldn't find 15 books to buy. I was like, I could not find an extra 15 books out of what they had. So the Karma hit for me doing all that all those years.
Yeah, he's always happy. He's like a little kid at the con.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Running around.
Yep, seen old OG YouTubers, and we were running around and talking comics and seeing all those creators and stuff. Tim Truman kept going outside to smoke. Tim Truman, who does Scout and Jonah Hex and all that good stuff. He's got some good stuff on Kickstarter every now and then too. So it was just kind of cool to see it. Everybody is very cool at the Baltimore Comic Con. Mm-hmm. They really are. The cosplayers. The best cosplayer I saw, but I didn't get his picture, was this he looked like about a 7-year-old kid. And he had a tick costume on, but he put the antenna on a blue Stormtrooper helmet. So he was like the tick and a Stormtrooper merged. I couldn't take his picture because he was eating with his mom. And I said, when you're off break, come see me.
I was like, never did see him again.
What was selling? What was hot? Did I see Mark Schultz? No, Scott, I did not see Mark Schultz. I'm going to look for him tomorrow. We just kind of wandered around a little bit where Steve was there yesterday and stuff. He knew where a few people were.
Yeah, what's selling really is CGC. I mean, their line was constant around their booth and around people getting stuff certified. That was really the big thing.
Huge difference in price. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, nothing really struck me other than the newer stuff. The variant covers is what was selling. People were paying big money for. But I just can't believe the CGC booth on how many people they had there.
And then we saw separately, we ended up seeing Comic Quarter. His channel, Comic Quarter. And he was saying sort of the same thing about some of the CG stuff to me. I think. Yeah. He showed me his haul and stuff. I saw him I think we had about a 10-15 minute visit and stuff. And he was with a guy named Tom Ryan, who has that's his YouTube channel. So there was quite a few YouTube guys there. And then you say you saw somebody that watches your channel?
Yeah, I did. If Greg, you're watching, buddy, it was nice meeting you. Hope you have a safe trip back. I think you said you're going back to Florida. Yeah, a guy who watches my channel but doesn't
YouTube famous.
YouTube famous.
Now.
Yeah, that's me. Watching my channel, but he doesn't have a video. But he came from Ithaca, New York, I believe, to come to the Baltimore show. It was his first big show, and thought he was gonna be overwhelmed, but I talked him through it. He came out fine. So, Greg, you watching? Good meeting you, buddy. And like I said, hope you have a safe trip back home.
Now, the people that I saw that were kind of surreal for me to see. I mean, it was cool seeing P. Craig and Bob Hall and Mike Zeck. Don't get me wrong, but Richard and Wendy Penny, it was surreal for me to see them.
Yeah.
They do Elf Quest. I might try to get something signed tomorrow. I saw some Elf Quest stuff in a bunch of dollar boxes or something. But it was just surreal to see them. They're just sitting at a table doing their thing. I didn't really stand in line to go talk to them, but they were in a spot where you walk back and forth to the food court and see some other people. And it was just really strange to see them. I mean, they feel like the 70s. I don't know if people get that. For me, when I look at them, they feel you feel like there's a little time bubble.
Yeah,
there.
Exactly.
And Wendy Penny is really famous before ElfQuest for being one of the first cosplayers. Who was Red Sonja. She was Red Sonja.
I mean, even Frank Thorne was always did a bit play with her. Who created? Well, I don't know if he created Red Sonja now. I mean, he drew him in the comic, not the first issue though. But
he probably came up with the chainmail bikini.
Yeah, exactly.
Robert. Yeah,
yeah. He'd play a wizard, and they would do a whole skit together. Yeah. So for him to give her props, kind of said a lot.
Yeah, she made it on the Dick Cavett show, which was like that generation's Ellen, if you will, but better. Yeah. Okay, anybody got any questions about the Baltimore Con? Because we're just going to sit here and I guess kind of remember stuff. Show or something. Yeah. Have you seen? Yeah, Scott Connors mentioned my method of getting comics: make the stack, shrink it down.
Yeah, dwindle it down.
I've had a good time, Frost. Yes, I have. Mark Schultz will be trying to find him tomorrow. He's already answered what was selling. I've dropped off 150 books at CGC and sold most of them. It's the best way to flip stuff, in my opinion. Yeah, and it's affecting cons a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we agree with. I mean, it helps the seller. I mean, that's what I had to buy 2 books CGC today, and I hate buying slab books, but I had no other option because they didn't have the grades that I wanted, and these sellers had. And I'll be doing a haul video, and I'll be talking about those books, but I had to buy some CGC books.
Now, Parker, we're not putting down the CGC thing, but what was that one book we saw? We saw what was that? The gunman, maybe the gunfighter.
Oh no, the rifleman.
The rifleman. There's
9.2.
A 9.2 rifleman of a Dale comic. The guy was trying to, what do you say, $1,300? We're going into 4 figures for books that aren't even worth that.
Right.
I mean, they're really, that's what the asking price was, not negotiable, not people bidding on it and stuff, right? How did you like it? Rifleman, nice. Yeah. How did you like it compared to Heroes Con? Same thing I said last year, man. It's they're different beasts. People at the Baltimore Comic Con, they're packed in a lot more tight, and they're just a lot more laid back. And I will say up here that when it comes to keys and comics and taste and stuff, I noticed. I said this today at the con.
Vincenzo, the log cover.
Yeah, the log cover. That's right, the infamous log cover. But people are quicker on getting those books. They know the key books and the good runs. Whereas at Heroes Con, it's a little bit slower paced. But at Heroes Con, you have a lot more room to walk around. You don't have to really even touch anybody. It gets so crowded at Baltimore Con, you're elbow to elbow with people, but everybody is cool about it.
Yeah,
they understand if there's a little bump. Everybody just had this let's have a good time feeling. But
agreed.
I mean, it's just a little bit of a difference. I can't say one's better than the other, because they're just 2 different beasts. They're both great cons. Heroes Con's a little bit slower. You got more room to move around, where Baltimore Con is people are just a little bit more knowledgeable, I think, up here with the collectors. And it's a little bit faster. What is this? Richard and Winnie Penny don't get the credit they deserve for being self-publishers, along with Dave Sim back in the 70s. Edward, I completely agree with
absolutely.
You. And I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it too with some of the stuff I talk about. They do not get the credit. I have probably mentioned them probably like 13 times in 8 years.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So absolutely right.
I mean, they stuck to their guns with that one title of Quest, and that's what they did, See,
we're talking about they're talking about CGC. Okay, this is for Parker. I hate CGC stuff, but the books I want are expensive, and I worry about restoration. I won't buy. See, and that's what I said this morning. That's what I was saying. People that use CGC know exactly what they're getting.
Correct.
With that number. Yeah.
Correct. And then again, with CGC, it's not a problem with you get a book to know if it's been restored, if the centerfold missing, pages are missing. You know what you're getting, which is a phenomenal aspect of it. I just don't like dealers who charge multiples of guide for a comic book that's the 5.0 multiples of guide because it's verified.
Yeah,
multiples of guide, and I don't know.
I think we just need to say what we're trying to say. It's the dealers that are jacking these prices up because they're at Baltimore Comic Con.
Right, there you go.
And they're using CGC as a way of saying, well, that guy at the Rifleman, he flat out said, he's like, that's the second highest graded Rifleman ever. Right. And I was just sort of like,
just for the cover,
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want people that's going to call them out on that crap a little bit. We're not declaring war. We're just saying that it was expensive when it didn't have to be. Okay, somebody not here wants to get rid of his previews.
Get them all slabbed.
I would be interested to see if they had the plastic cases.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a pretty hefty case.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll take a minute here. Thumbs up this, share it on Twitter, do whatever you got to do. Let people know we're here because we're laid back tonight.
Yeah, man.
We should have got a 6-pack.
Yeah, I got one downstairs. So
Simon Bisley drinks Guinness. The Simonsons take a very long lunch.
Yeah,
they were gone. They scheduled an hour and a half to 2 hours for lunch. I'm gonna try to get them early Sunday morning because they might leave early. I've noticed. I have a cup load of an old he has a crap load of old previews titles. Did you get the first Deathstroke? I saw it. I saw it today. I saw it. I have one at the house. That's fun. Yeah, oh no, I think he's talking about Teen Titans #2, my Grail issue. I didn't even see one of those.
Yeah, I haven't seen one either.
I did not see a first appearance of Deathstroke anywhere. New Teen Titans #2. No. But if it's not slabbed, I might be able to afford it. But I'm bumped. Was Bosley there? Yeah. I laid eyes on Bosley. Yeah, I'll sit there and I was in his line until I saw how he was signing books through his handler. Now, that's how they're conducting business. I have nothing to say good or bad about Bosley himself or that experience. Mike W. Barr, on the other hand, was a bit of a disappointment. So we'll just leave it there. Mike W. Barr was a guy who wrote tons of Batman and stuff back in the day. And I don't know if it's his age or what, but not a conversationalist. Yeah. And when he signs a book, it's like stabbing the book. I'm like, and I'm just sitting there like, oh. If any comic book should be slabbed, it should be one with the cover of Han Solo in carbonite.
Nice.
How long is the Harrison Ford Solo?
Right, not the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy, that was a no-win situation for that other guy. Good movie if it hadn't been called Solo. And
just Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars movie.
That would have been good. And there's a lot of Star Wars cosplayers there, and there's a lot of Masters of the Universe cosplayers there. I saw Evil Lynn. There's a black guy as He-Man with an afro, which was fantastic. Skeletor. Evil Lynn had one of her kids dressed up as Orko. Orko was just fine. And so if there's a Masters of the Universe, any kind of cosplay going on, I am there. If they have a really cool power sword, I don't know. I might tackle somebody just to have the power. I don't know. But I saw 2 or 3 shooters. Yeah. Well, if I got to get in front of Castle Grayskull.
This is true, right?
A lot of
Yeah, I did. This is kind of a short show for me on commissions. Like I said, I got the Bob Hall one, and I'm waiting for Jim Calafiore. I have him do a commission for me. The 2 Mr. Terrifics back to back in the commission. So I'll be picking that up tomorrow. And Steve Conley, who does an independent web comic book called Middle Age. He's doing a obscure golden age hero for me called Zippo from Hillman back in the early 40s, and I'll talk more about him when I get the piece and do a haul video.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this because I just catch. We'll probably do haul videos on our channel and stuff or whatever, right? But I ran across this. I didn't know this existed, and I thought this was like one of the more cool things I found. You know what I mean? But apparently in 2009, they did a 5-issue adaptation of The Warriors from 1979, one of my favorite movies that shaped my life, along with Over the Edge and Stand By Me and The Outsiders and The Goonies. The Warriors, So this is from some company called Dabble Brothers. I have no idea who this is or how this even happened.
Dabble Brothers.
Yeah, I had the video game on PlayStation of The Warriors.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm in for with this, but I hope this isn't good so I don't have to track down the 4 other issues. But yeah, it was kind of cool finding weird stuff like that. Thoughts on the new X-Men trailer?
I have not personally seen it.
Thoughts on the new X-Men trailer? I hope there's another one. I was like, I thought it was a fan-made trailer when I saw it. I thought they got some deleted scenes off of a couple DVDs. I thought this was a joke. Then I'm like, this is real. This is a real trailer. As epic as the Dark Phoenix should be, as they've been building up to this, and Singer came back, that trailer I hope there's more. Well, I'm one of the few people that I'm actually like the X-Men movies.
Okay.
I mean, I'm one of the people that's fine with them. I mean, they're not perfect, but they get a lot right. You know, I mean, you gotta understand they predate the Marvel movies. Without those movies, we would not have had.
This is true. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I mean. You know, there's nothing like laying out from work to watch the first X-Men movie, and you can't believe you're seeing a Wolverine pop his claws. Was Wolverine 5'2"? No,
right,
but he had claws. I mean, so you know, so. I think Steve Conley's Astounding Space Thrills.
Oh yeah, very good stuff. Absolutely, Scott. Steve Conley did an outstanding job on that Astounding Space Thrills, and he's still planning to do, I think, a trade, and he does little convention size books on Astounding Space Thrills.
Nice. I think Steve. Yeah. Then we got. It's making me worried. Very worried about New Mutants. Parker Rizzo. What's the interior art like? Awful. Not going to open it yet. Not going to do it. I'm just going to like ride this high, and then when I do my haul video, we'll see it. Yeah. We'll see it. So come back, subscribe. That's right. I'm totally chilling this. And we got Gene Paul Ace Peter out there, OG YouTuber in the comic book community. Yeah,
Gene Paul Ace Peter,
X-Men Covenant. Oh, that's an Aliens reference. Yeah. I bet it's better than the Sherlock Holmes trailer with O'Reilly and Farrell. Anything's better than anything with Farrell. I said it. What? What is the big art piece between you guys with the red frame? There's something in black frame, and there's a circular thing. Then there's that piece I'm referring to. That's Edward.
Okay, this one back here, the one with the red frame, is from Jim Calafiore. It was a Deadpool one shot that they did. It never got printed, and it's a double page splash spread with about 25 Marvel characters all fighting these aliens that Deadpool is in the center of. And it was a one shot, and Marvel did not put it out because when Rob Liefeld came back with work with Marvel, he's claiming rights to the character, so they could not publish that particular comic book. So I got one of the pages that Calafiore was selling. So.
Yeah, and you Calafiore had a little. There could be a story tomorrow between him and Calafiore. If I have my way about it, we're going to jump him. No,
which black frame, Edward? This one right there, right here.
I just tell them both of them.
Yeah, the dark side is the one that's at the bottom of it, and there's an ink wash of Iron Man next to the circular plate from Brian Stillfreeze of the Justice League.
Now, I've seen you talk about art and stuff on your channel, but have you ever actually done like a room?
I did with this. Yeah. So it was very spotty how I did it. I just need more equipment to get better, to get it better.
So for more of this stuff right here, I mean, ask him all the questions you want here, but go to Charlton66 channel and sub him, man. He's got, I mean, if you were here between the statues on the glass shelves, the bound books that he has, all the art that he has, he's given me comic book pages before. I've in my haul video, I'll show you something he gave me before we even went out there and stuff. It's really cool to be in this room.
Thank you.
To let you know, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of work, but I do appreciate that. It's to enjoy.
He's even got a Misfits vinyl over here. He's got a flash drive with like all this blues music from like 1910 to like 50 or something. Yeah. That's fad. That's all the original art. Very envious. That's cool. Yep. Charlton66.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, maybe how about we take a few more questions?
Absolutely. And then any questions you guys have about anything?
Yeah. We'll take a few more questions and we'll go as long as Steve wants to go here. And you think we might do another live show or something tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do another live show tomorrow if you're up for it.
Yeah, we might do another live show tomorrow as of what goes on Sunday at Baltimore Comic-Con. You guys can spread this out, let everybody know that we're going to be doing that again. And then, maybe we'll show some books or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, going to get some seafood while you're up there? I don't eat seafood. No, I just don't do it. No, I'll eat crab cakes.
Right.
I think it's where I think it's where I live in the mountains, and I grew up on Long John Silver's.
Okay.
All right. I'm just not a fan.
I understand.
But again, if I'm hunting and I catch it and cook it, it's fantastic. You goober. I bring back some for you, you goober. That's hilarious. I will totally bring you back fish that sat in my car for 2 days, Scott, if you really want that. You know, so hush puppies are mine. What did you see that you wanted the most but didn't buy?
Oh.
Fantastic Four 26.
Yeah, and for me it was guy had multiple guide price on My Greatest Adventure number 80. He had it in VG condition and he wanted the very fine price and just wasn't going to do it. But yeah, My Greatest Adventure number 80.
Yeah, and it helped me remember because we looked at it for like a second, but the Fantastic Four 26, that's where the Fantastic Four and the Avengers are fighting the Hulk. The 26 and 27 are my holy grails. You know, that's a Stan Lee Kirby issues. And so, don't get me right, I think it had a rusted staple.
Yeah.
The back of it was water damaged.
Yeah.
There was something else going on, and it had a price tag of $250.
Yeah, $250 for it, which is outrageous. And when even graded, it was raw
with a brown water stain on the back, a rusted staple, and just chipping and all that stuff. $250. No.
Yeah.
Oh well, one day. So,
you'll find it. You'll find it in some rubbish sale somewhere. You'll find it for $2 or something.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I feel it. I can feel it. I can't force it. I have to be like the dude and just let it happen. Take me through it. Paul Levitch leads the superheroes and John Hickman's Avengers have fight. Who wins? Oh, Edward is bringing us out. All right, guys. I'm going to have to go with the Legion.
Yeah.
Mon-El, Ultra Boy.
Yeah.
Brainiac. They've just got the power. And when it comes to like the Avengers from the last 4 or 5 years, I'm not being an insult here, but I think Bouncing Boy could take half the team.
Yeah.
Thor's the only one's got a chance of taking out Bouncing Boy. Ultra Boy.
The Hulk would just punch him and just knock him into orbit or something.
Yeah.
He'll bounce everywhere.
And I'm trying to remember if Hickman didn't he have Ares and stuff in the Avengers? He's one who brought in Ares with the helmet, Ares with that. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right Avengers. Ares would have a fighting chance, but Ultra Boy and Mon-El would take him out without a problem. Okay, 25 and 26 are my favorite books of all time. That's Rizzo. Nice. I had a Treasury when I was a kid and read them to death. I found a stack of Marvel Treasuries for $10, but they were beat all the crap.
Yeah.
There should have been like 5.
Yeah, you pay a premium for those treasuries when they're in high grade because they're so hard to take care of.
And then that one dude had the Conan ones. He had them for 10, but his stuff was in good shape. Yeah. It's ironic. This one guy had all these books and stuff just haphazardly, no organization to him. And then he had boxes of comics that were just mixed with new and old stuff. But then all of a sudden he had the Conan Treasury and a few things, and they were like really good shape.
Yeah,
it was really the Avengers and Fantastic Four. Okay, that Avengers and Fantastic Four versus Hulk. Can you read this? Is it just me or
the Avengers and FF versus Hulk are reprinted on the Marvels? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, Greatest Battles, Fireside. Yeah, William Byrd. I don't know what's going on. We're having problems reading that. You might want to retype it there and we'll answer it. Always bet on the team with the Daxamite. That's right.
Oh, he's talking about they're reprinting in Marvel's Greatest Battles.
Okay.
That's the Fireside books.
Okay, got it. Yeah, the Fireside book. Awesome. Tom Bagley jumps in there. Always bet on the team with the Daxamite. 10 cool kid points for knowing what a Daxamite is, man. That's awesome. Yes, my people.
Well, I got to know what the hell's a Daxamite.
The Daxamite are a race that people confuse with Kryptonians. Where Kryptonians
I didn't know that.
Where lead can take them down.
Yeah.
Lead takes them down. It's like the opposite. And they
I never knew what a Daxamite was.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Space. The planet Daxam.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just joking there, but yeah. Always bet on the team with the Daxamite. That's right. And that's just it. They brought him back. They taken away. Mon-El was the last one for a while.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Daxamite this whole time.
I think so.
Okay.
I hope I'm right. This is going to be embarrassing because we're live. I'm getting my Legion stuff mixed up. Daxamite, Deadite, and Black Dynamite. Yeah, Daxamite. But they've had it to where there's an evil one on the Legion of Superheroes named Orville. That's his name. And then during the invasion in '89, they brought out the whole race to help them. The Dominators came down.
Okay.
Legion of Superheroes.
I hear you. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning.
All right. If we have a lull here, unless there's something you want to talk about, we can just kind of ease on out.
Yeah, I mean, we got tomorrow, you know. Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. I wonder if CGC will have an end notes first.
Batman's junk. You're probably right. You're probably right. That's what seemed to be selling that book. So I would gather they probably would.
I actually saw a guy that had like a little stack of them, of the Batman Dan.
Really?
I didn't even look to see how much they were. I just went on.
Yeah.
But apparently they're not going to reprint it. There's not going to be a second.
Just recolor. They're going to recolor it, right?
No,
not at all.
They're not going to reprint
anything.
It.
Okay.
You get that one issue.
Okay.
I think it's a stunt.
Batwing, First Appearance of the Batwing. Yeah.
I have seen Roger Corman's Den, like you have. We got a Wang there.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Wang. If you saw it in the theater, what would that be?
Oh my God! It was all over the place. Yeah.
About a 3-foot Wang if you saw it in the theater.
Yeah, that was all over the place on that one. That was
somebody's job was really to computer animate that.
Yeah.
Where it moved real.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody had that job.
Yeah, man. You're right. And I wonder, if we paid him extra. That's what I want to know.
Well played. Give that man a bonus. Woman, man, whoever did it.
Yeah.
That's a nice blue Wang.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Batwing. It's that silly.
Yeah, exactly. It's about as goofy as that.
It's a non-issue. It's as silly as a 3-foot blue Wang in a theater.
The con was great, Mad Met 1976. It was phenomenal. We've just been talking about it. Had a really good time. Got a lot of good books. Got a lot of good artwork.
Cat jumped in there. My house right now is like that cartoon Loud House. Cat, I feel you, man. You're going to miss these days when they're older. And then Scott Connor, talk about working for scale.
Boom.
Parker Rizzo, yes, if King Kong showed the Wang, it would be a whole different movie.
Yes.
King Wang?
King Kong Wang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be King Dong. You know what? It's like you're my company in my house. I'm like, I'm so sorry for my family.
It's awesome. What are you talking about?
I love it.
This is great.
This is awesome. Okay, guys. We cannot have the last comment be that would be King Dong. I just can't end it that way.
Of course we can.
I'm going to hold YouTube hostage. Thank you. I was going to hold YouTube hostage till we got another comment.
Yeah, for what it's worth, in that FF, the Avengers versus the Hulk story, Stan Lee forgot the Hulk's name and called him Bob instead of Bruce. And then had to cover his butt and say his name was Robert Bruce Banner.
Really?
I've heard that.
I've heard part of that story. I actually heard Stan Lee saying something about it, but I didn't know it came from that. That's fantastic.
Funny.
That's why I love this
funny.
stuff. This is why I love this stuff, finding out stuff like that. That's fantastic.
Scott Connor might need Mylar for that. Mylar is good for anything and everything.
Makes it all high definition.
Exactly.
Every bit of it's high definition.
Yeah.
You stick it into Mylar.
Mylar is the best.
I got some giant size man things. How about you?
Oh, I got a lot. Yeah. Got the whole run, unfortunately.
I'll wrap that giant size man thing in a Mylar. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all friends here. I'll show it.
Absolutely.
Not like that.
Yeah.
About 9 by 11.
Yeah.
What was the highlight for each of us?
Oh, good call. I guess for me, let me see. I'm gonna grab it over here. We're meeting Bob Hall, first of all.
Oof, what do we got here? While he's doing that, in Scotland, he would have been Robert the Bruce Banner. That's fun. What was the highlight for me today? There's a couple.
For me, meeting Bob Hall. I've been wanting to meet Bob Hall since Shadow Man. He first issued Shadow Man. And Found my beloved Captain Atom number 83. Again, I had to get a graded book, but it's coming out of the slab as soon as I get the chance. This is one of my highlights, one of my highlighted purchases.
That's the first appearance of Blue Beetle?
No, yeah. The Ted Core Blue Beetle.
And am I right? I was there when you bought that. Didn't you get the price down a little bit?
Oh yeah, it was. Well, he wanted $225. I got it down to $200 for it, which is pretty good. And my FF52 3.5. But again, I think it's a lot better than 3.5. But anyway,
first appearance of Black Panther.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So that's a highlight of my appearance. Of course, having Tim along, which is a highlight, makes it kind of fun. So having you, buddy.
That was awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got to say, our Denny's was damn good.
Yeah, Denny's was good. Denny's is always good. After a long con run, Denny's is always good.
I had highlights throughout the whole day. It was just really cool. I wish there was one that I could say, man, but I think it was just us kind of walk around finding books that we just talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool,
Yeah.
Just hanging out. Yeah, seriously, just hanging out.
Yeah, man, absorbing everything
stuff,
and just enlightened on certain things because this guy knows some stuff that like, wow, very good. Good to know. Good to know. Yes, Tommy, yeah, absolutely. The Armed and Dangerous is phenomenal. We just talked about that he had done, Bob Hall had done 4 or 5 issues for Acclaim. The Acclaim tells them that we're going under, but we're still going to pay you for the 5 issues. So he did the 5 issues, never got the art back. And the guy from IDW got his hands on the 60 pages that Bob Hall had done and returned them back to Bob Hall within the last year, which I thought was phenomenal. Yeah, Armed and Dangerous was a phenomenal book.
Later, Tat. Catch you later. Eat good there.
See you, Tat.
What's the most annoying thing that grinds our gears about a comic?
Oh,
I've got some words to say about it if you want to think.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
okay.
Do your thing.
A lot of things, you can find a lot of things about cons. If you don't like crowds, don't go. It's a lot about it's your attitude, but I'm not here to come off like that. I'm just saying when you go to a con, you're going to get what you put into it. So there can always be things that kind of like really grind your gears. If you let them go, you'll have fun. But there is something that did grind my gears because this is the same guy. This is one particular guy. It's the dude that will show up with like 3 or 4 short or long boxes to put a stack in front of an artist and set him down and have him sign him when he's got this big long thing, big line there, people waiting. And it's always the same guys.
Yeah.
It's always the same guys. I actually heard about this one guy through Comic Quarter on Twitter. There's this one guy at Baltimore Comic Con that shows up every year, and he's selling the stuff, and he'll hold up lines and everything like that. That's what grinds my gears. It's not actually with the con; it's people who show up like that.
Yeah,
and it's always the same people. That's
agreed. And to piggyback on that, it not only just hold up the line, but it shows disrespect for the creator that they're there all day, doing something that they don't have to do. Signing their names, interacting with fans. They don't have to be there doing that. And these guys show up with literally stacks of comic books. What Walter Simonson to sit there and sign all day long just for this one guy. It's not fair. It's not fair to the creator. I'm just using Simonson for an example. That's what I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Parker Rizzo got a 9.6 on his Fantastic 453.
Wow.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Nice.
Now, Parker's a little bit different. He's let me know about some of the stuff he's seen and why and stuff and how it's coming back. And he's been nailing it with a lot of his books.
Nice.
I heard the same thing about why TV Hulk was David instead of Bruce. There's even a spoof in Mad Magazine during that time joking about it. I have a trade collection of Mad Magazine superhero stories. I'm going to see if it's in there. Is that why artists now charge for signatures?
It could be.
I think it's definitely playing into it. That and people sell on eBay and they're not getting a cut.
And some of the artists are charging too, and they're donating it to either Hero Initiative or the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, which I have no problem with that. I get that it's going to something.
They're starting to talk back and forth with each other.
But them charging $10 just to sign a name is not feeling it.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, there's some weird stuff in Artist Alley. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Weird stuff in Artist Alley. There was a pickle crime noir, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's see, what was the other thing that was right from them that was also weird? I mean, there was some weird stuff down there.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking entertaining. It was really bizarre.
Yeah, it's like they're doing it for themselves, not like they're going to do it to like, I'm going to sell 1 million issues. It's like I'm going to put out a bizarre comic book that I can.
It's really weird. I wish I could remember what the other one was, because like we reached a point in the Artist Alley where I just kind of looked left and right, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, it was really.
And what did you call it? It was like,
I'm trying to remember.
Greenwich. It was like Greenwich Village.
I said this is probably what it feels like in Greenwich Village. Weird, but there's some artistic talent.
Yeah.
It's the only reason it's not slumming it is because they have culture.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yes.
I was getting tired and philosophical.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this has been fun.
Yeah,
more questions. If you were an artist like Starlin or Miller status, would you charge for signatures? Parker Rizzo. I don't know.
I wouldn't. I'd have a limit. Like John Byrne, he has a limit. I think it's like 10 or 15 per family unit, he says, which kind of makes sense. But yeah, I'll just have a limit. But yeah, I wouldn't charge.
Well, it's really odd. I don't think I would charge, but if you're CG seeing it, I can understand charging $5 or something for a signature. I can understand that,
because you're there to make money off of my name.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that, you know, I don't know. I wish I was in the business. My gut right now is telling me I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm being a fan first, so it's hard to differentiate myself from being a fan, but I wouldn't charge. Yeah,
like right now, if I was fresh in there and stuff, even if I was the status of those guys, I wouldn't charge. There would be a limit just because of the lines, out of courtesy and stuff. But who knows, 5-10 years, whatever has gotten these guys to jack up the prices or even add a price to the signature, I'd probably understand better. So if I was going to charge for autographs, I would have an explanation why.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Or if it's to a charity, if it's to a charity event or something like that, I fully get that.
Yeah.
We're going back tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, we're going back tomorrow.
Yep.
Bright and early.
Parker Rizzo, Neil charges for pictures. If you're talking about Neil Adams, he charges for everything.
You look at him, it's like $5 or something like that. You make eye contact with him, it's 20, something like that.
Yeah.
If you wear the same blue shirt as him, you get like a discount or something.
Speaking of those old school guys,
Oh yeah,
Steranko. Okay, is the man shrinking and is the wig staying the same size? That's all I'm asking.
Wig stay, yeah.
I've never been to a con, but there's one here in Scotland coming. It's 75 quid. I'll get pounds, 75 pounds to get a photo
with Elliot from E.T.'s older brother. Wow.
I used to know that kid's name too in real life. Okay, so they had Aaron Gray, from Silver Spoons and Buck Rogers back in the day. Will Wheaton. I mean, do I really have to go on?
Yes.
And then some other celebrities I wasn't real familiar with, but they're with Cheryl Lee Finn was with Twin Peaks and some other shows and stuff. They wanted like $125 or something for a picture with Will Wheaton.
I know. His Big Bang Theory times are over, but
Will Wheaton.
He said for 75 pounds, ET should stand for extra travesty. Nice.
Extra travesty. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, someone like Claremont charges the $5 but spends time talking and interacting with you. I get that. I mean, there's time being spent there, and it makes sense. To have, not like you're paying for his time, but you get that little extra other than just get it in and away from me, type of thing. So that's kind of cool.
Any fond memories of Norm Brayfogle? Never met the guy.
Oh, I've had a chance to meet him in Philly back in the early '90s, and I wish I would have met him. I wish I would have met him. Rest in peace. One of my favorite Batman artists, by far. I think for me, it's Jim Aparo, Adams, and Norm Brayfogle are my top three for Batman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I would have met him. He got something from some artwork or something.
Yeah. And I'm bluntly honest, we had to talk today and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Norm Brayfogle wasn't, I mean, I like this stuff, but I wasn't like, I can't even claim to be a super fan, but I do understand how he's a whole generation's artist for Batman.
Yeah.
The generation before me had Neil Adams.
Yeah.
These guys had Norm Brayfogle, so it's definitely a loss.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm been through 3 generations. I had Adams and Aparo and Brayfogle are like the generations that I had for Batman. And Norm Brayfogle's work on Prime was phenomenal.
Oh, I forgot he did that. I loved the first 6 issues of Prime.
He did that.
The Ultraverse.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good stuff. I actually like that stuff better than his Batman stuff.
Oh, yeah. The Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I think because he had more leeway on that. I really do. I think they gave him carte blanche just to do what he wanted to do.
Oh, okay, now there we go. Norm Brayfogle was my Prime Ultraverse artist. What we got here? Poor Glenn Fabry was just diagnosed there too. Oh no!
Wow,
we're getting old and getting off the roller coaster. Again, I keep saying. Remember when I said this? I hate doing that. Referring to myself there, but. We did that when we were talking about what I said about like artists are dying. It's like rock and roll stars are dying.
It's
nobody's
gone.
Yeah. When they're gone, they're gone. There's not a lot of people that are elevating with their talent to take their place. Bowie's gone. There's nobody coming in to be Bowie. Prince is gone. Nobody be Prince. Same thing with his artists. Charles. Going all the way back to when Charles Schultz died. Yeah. Howler Mouse, do you have a primary collection that you focus on? Yeah. What today it was, right now I'm really focusing on completing Cerebus, and I'm rethinking about how I want to complete the 300 issues of Hellblazer, the Vertigo series. There's a Books of Magic that I want to look at tomorrow, see if they're on sale, finish up that series. I'm actually just finishing up quite a few series right now. Now it's focused on genre and stuff like that. I'm all over the place. I like a good story or characters that just speak to me, to what we were talking about this morning. The one series we were talking about this morning from the 80s.
Oh, Atari Force.
Atari Force. That's what I mean. We started out our day, seriously, our drive, talking about Atari Force from the 80s because of Jose Garcia Lopez and Gary Conway, and that series being better than it deserves to be.
Very good series.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all about the characters and stories, man. I would drop an easy 100 to get a pick with Gal Gadot. Right on. Okay.
Yeah. I can feel you on that.
Who can argue with that?
Yeah.
Who can argue with that? Yeah. Nice. What deal did you guys trying to get tomorrow? I think I'm going to try to find those Books of Magic and get them for a better deal than $1 a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow's play around day.
Justice League 28 is what I'm trying to get a higher grade on and see if I can wheel and deal and get it. Justice League 28 in better condition than one that I have.
Yeah.
But I think tomorrow is just going to be a fun day. I mean, it's all been fun, don't get me wrong, but not as focused and determined to get certain things and just go along and absorb the atmosphere.
Yeah, I was telling him today, I just wasn't really feeling digging the boxes too much. But what's happened is I'm focusing on completing runs. I now need one issue, number 7 of Garth Ennis's The Boys. I found some Hellblazer. I know where some Cerebus are and stuff. I think what happened, tomorrow's just going to be like that fun day you're talking about. Yeah. I'm just trying to finish off these runs I have. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old.
But you're like a squirrel, though. You remember where your stashes are at. If you have 40 or 50 stashes, you're like a squirrel going to each one.
You'd be amazed what I can put in these cheats
to get what you need to get.
You'd be amazed what fits in here. Where are we at here?
William Boyd, excellent. Atari Force number 2 is one of my favorite issues of anything. Nice.
Is that the one where we have Dart and Blackjack like on that planet running, thinking the big planet?
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, yeah,
I got my issue right over here.
Howler, are you still looking for the movie tie-in books Marvel did throughout the 80s? it's not so much I'm looking for them. I'll pick them up, any kind of movie tie-ins and stuff. But what I really need to get are the Marvel Super Specials. You know, the actual magazines,
right?
Because they would take those magazines and split them into 2 parts. So yeah, I'm looking for the Marvel Super Specials. I just kind of pick up the movie adaptations if I run across them. They're just fun for me.
Right.
I mean, that's just part of the hobby I do for pure fun. I hear a lot of creators think that people will just turn around and sell the books with the autograph on it on eBay or whatever. So that's why they change. That's part. Amanda Connor is the one that made me realize how it looks to them. She got on Twitter. She took screenshots of somebody selling some stuff that she sold, and she told people, "Do not buy this on eBay. It comes to me at a convention I signed for free." That's what I mean. It's one of those things where I don't want to damn them so much. But
I hear you. I hear you. And that's why when I get something signed, I 99.9% of the time, if I can do it, it looks good on the book. I have it signed to me. I have it personalized.
Okay, I had a personal. Yeah, I never really thought about that. That's so simple.
Yeah.
But like today, I had P. Craig Russell sign a beat up Marvel graphic novel, Killraven. It's got a price tag on it. It's wrote.
He knows where it's going to.
Yeah, and you know, I looked at him. I said, I'm not going to sell it. It actually kind of came up somehow, and I was like, I said, I'll probably upgrade this book one day, but this is not going anywhere out of my collection. That's what I mean. I get where they're coming from sometimes. Picking up any Funko Pops. I hope you're kidding.
Yeah, I'm not a big Funko Pop person.
Oh, now they're all finding each other about the Funko Pops.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of no replacements for rock artists, how about movies? Where's the next Blade Runner, etc.?
Oh, never going to happen. I don't think there's going to be another Blade Runner.
You think? Yeah, the last Blade Runner movie I can watch, but it's nowhere near the other one. But I think he's wondering if there's going to be like a next classic. Like the status of Blade Runner and stuff. And, you know where I think it's going to come from? Anywhere but America. You know, there's a lot of horror movies that were coming out of like the Norwegian area, Sweden or something, like Let the Right One In and things like that. North Korea's got some great, South Korea has some great horror and stuff. I think the future of cinema is going to come from overseas. I really do. And it's not going to be in subtitles.
Right. I see your point there.
You have an opinion on it?
No, but I see your point. I see your point.
The Duck Dodgers in outer space, Daffy Duck may have changed my mind on Pops. Love it.
I think I've got 1 or 2. Are those Pops over there? Are those Pops that I have?
They look like it to me. Yeah, those are Pops.
Yeah, I got a couple horror Pops over here that I did buy. Sam from Trick or Treat and Cthulhu, Jason, and Nosferatu. I did. Those are Pops, right?
I think they are. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I can't tell. They're out of the box. So.
I have dreams of future wars playing out on the top of landfill mountains of Funko Pops. That's where you'll find the E.T. Going back to E.T.
The
Atari 2600 video game.
It's in that landfill.
They're in a landfill with the Funko Pops now. Yes, they found each other. Any new movie news or TV shows? Well, Madman, I kind of picked up on some of these articles here and there about it and stuff, but I have not had TV or cable since 2008. I usually binge watch stuff. I'll hear some things that's going on. I've heard things get canceled. Like, I didn't even know that the next Dark Phoenix X-Men movie was anywhere near. I didn't even know they started filming it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it was a trailer, and that's why I thought it was a fan film.
Yes, and I was the same way because I just do Netflix really or Amazon Prime, and I will see stuff on the YouTube, obviously, the good old YouTube. But I don't have anything really thinking about any movies or TV shows really.
And one of the things that I've said it before that kind of surprised people is that I don't watch the CW shows, The Flash, The Green Arrow.
Yeah, I don't.
I've watched a handful, maybe each one.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why Legion of Superheroes was getting so requested all of a sudden on some stuff I was doing. That I found out that like Brainiac and Mon-El and all them have been popping up on Supergirl. The Legion's been popping up on Supergirl.
Nice.
I'd like to leave my Legion alone.
What about you, Madman? You got any news on movies or TV news? Anything worth sharing?
17, 7 thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys.
Yeah,
we got
awesome.
18. We got more people coming in, checking anything. All right. And then we've been on over a little bit over an hour.
Oh, okay.
I usually do an hour, but I mean we'll go as long as the guys want.
Hours. Yeah, hours is fine.
Okay.
We got stuff coming in.
Did not really just saw the Dark Phoenix preview. That's Madman. The Conan video series that Amazon was working on has been canned. Not surprised.
Too bad.
Just was wondering if they had any previews at the con. Oh, movie news from the con.
I'm sorry, Madman. No, this con's not like that. This con is not like San Diego or the bigger or shows like that. This is more comic book oriented. I mean, they do have celebrity guests, but there's no like big showing for any type of TV shows or
Heroes Con in Charlotte and Baltimore Con. They really are the last two that I've been to that's the comic book oriented. Cosplay and comics, and I mean there's some other things there for sale.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to one in Indiana or Indiana?
Indianapolis. Yeah, and that's it's much smaller than Baltimore, but it's strictly comic book as well.
Okay. So we like. I mean, I prefer hitting the ones that are strictly comic book. I don't know. What do we got here?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Hope you can make it because it's an enjoyable show.
Would you think this one is the best? It used to be such a dry desert. It used to be such a dry desert of comics related TV and movie stuff that it's amazing that this comic stuff out there. I'm just passing on. Things have changed. Yeah. I mean, if you had told me when I was 12,
right,
that all these shows would have been on stuff. I mean, I was like happy as could be that there was a Flash TV show in 1990. Oh, wait, before we answer Madman's question, we forgot the greatest thing we saw today. Golden Age Flash.
Oh yeah, yeah. He looked like he's on his last run.
Have you ever seen Tim Conway playing the old man on Carol Burnett? Yes. This guy, legitimately, would you say 70 plus?
Yeah.
And I loved it. I gave him like his props when he came by, but he walks by. He's the Golden Age Flash, leather red jacket. I don't know where this guy came from, but he had the Mercury helmet with the wings, and he walks by us, and I'm like, yes, and he's like. It was awesome.
And he's moving so slow. It was like
he had to be doing that on purpose. You're like, he's on his last run. He's on the last run. Oh my god, that was so cool. I wish I thought about taking a video. I just realized I had plenty of time to get my phone.
You did have
call somebody, tell them what I'm seeing, tell them I'll call them back.
Yeah,
show you a text and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna record it now."
Yes,
and he would have went 6 inches.
Yes. There he is now. Yeah. Yes.
I missed my chance.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, William. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Guys, make sure to sub Charlton66. He just passed 300.
Yay.
I'm looking through the list of artists. There's so many, I would have an anxiety attack trying to choose who to see. Right.
Yeah.
His name must have been Jay Garrett because he wasn't fast enough to get the J yet. He was I Garrett because he wasn't fast enough to get the J.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And who's not here? Okay, tell me if I'm wrong because, when we got there.
Right.
But was there not artists and writers there that were not on the list?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donna Strander was one that I don't remember seeing his name. Steranka wasn't advertised until later.
And if he's looking at it tonight on Saturday, they may have added it today because they weren't there yesterday.
Yeah.
John Ostrander. I've actually met him somewhere, and it's really surprised me. I've met John Ostrander before. He has not been the same since Kim Yale died, his wife.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
I sat through the damn Generation X TV movie and Hasselhoff Nick Fury TV movie. I no longer fear death. The Hasselhoff Nick Fury movie, I made it 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15. That's all I made.
Give it an A for effort. That's about it.
I was like, how did this get made? What's going on?
Yeah. But who would pick him? I mean, of all actors in Hollywood, who would thought Hasselhoff was a Nick Fury?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. What do we got here? You will when you see the new Sherlock Holmes comedy trailer. All right, Will Ferrell. Okay. Step Brothers. He's good in it because he doesn't play Will Ferrell, and John C. Reilly, pushes that movie. We have Step Brothers. I can watch him in. Stranger Than Fiction. Kind of can watch the guy in that one. You know what I mean?
That's one where you hear stuff in his head?
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I think I did sit through it because Will Ferrell could have died in that movie. Good movie. I can watch Stranger Than Fiction. Anything else he's in, I can't do it. Even like the Zoolander. And he's not even in that much.
Madman, how close are you competing the whole Charlton run? Oh, I'm so far away from that. Thanks for asking. I do appreciate that. I'm far away. I picked up some oddball Charltons today and stuff I hadn't even seen before. So it's going to be a while. But yeah, it's an ever-ending battle and trying to find them. But it'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah, we found some Charltons at the Bear and Werewolf Run.
Yeah,
so that was on the library. Yeah, that was kind of cool. It was kind of cool to see some Charlton. I wonder if I paid attention to Charlton just because you were there. Like I saw more Charlton where you were there, and it kind of
rubs off, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Spectre, phenomenal stuff. Martian Manhunter, Hawk World, yeah. You can't get any better than the Spectre.
I had a stream where they asked me, like, I think you were on it. But they asked me about the best Martian Manhunter story. I could not really think of one. Somebody said No Frontier.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Martian Manhunter stories.
I'm still blank on that.
Yeah.
I think I need that 1 million issue of Martian Manhunter.
Let's see what we got. If you call it Charlton Run. Oh yeah, Blaze of Glory. Tommy. Yeah. Blaze of Glory. That was a good Western. I enjoyed that a lot. It brought all the Western stars together, but kind of like not modernize it, but they weren't the same Rawhide Kid or Two Gun Kid. I forgot all the characters that were in it, but they brought all the Western characters together, which was a pretty good run.
So who are you excited about seeing tomorrow? The Simonsons.
Yeah, Simonsons would be cool. I'm getting my commission from Califiore.
Yeah, Louise and Walter. I met Walter a couple of times. And then, we'll see, I guess Mark Schultz a little bit, but I don't really have anything for him to sign.
Maybe I can have something. I can find something here.
I'm digging through a box.
And, of course, Steranko, if he's there tomorrow, I'm going to get a print or two from him.
We're talking about pressing books.
Oh, yeah. I think that's restoration, really.
All right. Are you ready to call it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this was a great show. I'm tired and silly and getting rude. And Steven's wearing his Captain America shirt, so I can feel a flying elbow any time now if I don't, they're still doing questions. But we're going to call it a wrap here in a minute. Throw your questions out there if you want them real quick. We got an early start in the morning, and I think I'm dehydrated now. The YouTube just sucks it out of me sometimes. It's like
thanks, Dr. Silver. Appreciate it, Rodney. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Dr. Silver H has been lurking this whole time watching us. She's sneaky. Yeah. Thanks for the show, guys. Thank y'all for watching.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Charlton66, for being on the show. Go sub him like right now.
Thank you, guys.
If you want later on, just leave a comment just when it loads. And we can just go straight to your channel that way.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. And like I said, thanks for everything. This man is a great host, great knowledgeable comic book man.
Thank you.
And this room is fantastic. And I get spoiled when he lets me come over. I really do. I get spoiled. I'm gonna be like that cat you have outside. Keep feeding me. I'm gonna keep scratching the door. Like I'm here.
Absolutely.
Like, all right, guys. Later. Yeah, thanks,
care,
Scott.
Guys.
Tell everybody give it a thumbs up. Later, guys.
Thank you. That was fun.